How you going, guys? My name's Josh and welcome to my channel. So today I've decided to come back to Dwellingup. It is where I very first started my YouTube video, if you want to say. It was completely horrible. If you go back and watch it now, there's definitely been a lot of improvements since, a lot more gear. We've got the drone and everything else. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to come back here and do a quick little film, since it is a 35-degree day out here in Western Australia and there's a beautiful spot down there to swim. So I thought, you know what, let's do it. So where I'm standing right now, obviously I'm at the very top of Lane Pool Reserve. Lane Pool Reserve's just down there, and we'll go down there soon for a swim and I'll show you around that. But currently it's about 93 kilometers away from Perth, which is a good hour and 22 minutes, I think Google was saying. This place is a pretty well-known area for around the Peel region, which is obviously the southwest of Western Australia. But it is pretty crazy on how many people drive past this place without even knowing what's actually around this area. So yeah, let's get into it. I'll show you around and then we're going to camp up for the night and go from here. So while I'm driving down this little hill from the peak there, decided to do a little bit of digging before I left and found out a little bit of information about Dwellingup, which I didn't even know. Even since I've been coming here since I was like 13 years old. But yeah, apparently, going off what ChatGPT says, it is one of the wettest places in Western Australia, which kind of makes sense because this place is green most year round. Like, we're in the end of summer now and she's looking pretty green. So, stumble on my words. But yeah, which also then brings us to the word Dwellingup, which from what ChatGPT was saying is the indigenous word for place of nearby water, which makes sense as well because there's a lush Brook river, I believe I'm saying that right, that's running through here, and obviously with all the lakes and dams or whatnot that's around here, which we've got Roona, Dwellingup and North Dandalup Dam, which I think is maybe about half an hour give or take drive from here to each little spot. Crazy going back probably a good 6 years ago. This all used to be gravel, probably not even 6 years ago, maybe 2 years ago. This all was completely gravel. So it goes to show how much money the Shire and the Rangers are putting back into the community. I did see on the way in here, they're starting to build toilets, and I don't know if it's a little cafe shop or anything that's right here near Lane Pool Reserve. But that's quite nice, so that will be pretty enjoyable. I just hope that it doesn't overdo the spot and ruin that that enjoyment of coming out this far. I did used to love coming out here when I was younger. It was something that did remind me of New Zealand a fair bit. Look, obviously not too much. Places still got red dirt and everything everywhere, and the rivers aren't as clean, I guess, as a lot of places are in New Zealand, but there's a lot of ferns everywhere, and that just kind of did it for me, which is the reason why through school I used to come up here with boys all the time, and we came out here camping and swimming and whatnot. So yeah, definitely a lovely spot. If you guys ever were around this area, please stop in. Lane Pool Reserve, honestly, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, you will enjoy it, that's for sure. Well, just my luck, rock up at a bad time. About 4, maybe 5 vans just pulled up with a whole lot of school kids. So I've got to ensure that I'm not going to try and catch them filming. So what we'll do is we'll walk up to the bridge. They built a swing bridge up here, so we'll go check that out, eh? We'll check that out first before we head for a swim. So the other pretty cool thing about this area is mountain biking. It's obviously taken off now with a lot more tracks opened up. I'm not too sure what the tracks are called, but I'll put them in the just below here. But yeah, so that's pretty big. Obviously a lot of people come from all over WA to ride. I'm not too sure if they go from over east or whatever, but yeah, apparently the tracks are pretty good. I've tried to avoid it big time. I used to be right into it. It's not something that I want to put my eyes on, because then I'm just going to go and buy myself a bike, get back into it, more than likely hurt myself, and I'll be off work for a while. So try and do the adult thing. But besides that, they also got the whitewater rafting. Now during summer it's obviously not flowing, but during winter apparently it's pretty decent as well, which heads all the way down to the Mary River. So yeah, a lot of people come up here, they kayak, they bring the boards as well. But yeah, a lot of adventures to do around here, and hiking as well. Not for me, it's too much cardio, but yeah. Well, it's bloody hot, so I'm going for a swim. How good does this look? If I make way down there. Yeah. Probably wouldn't advise diving in. I was going to jump off there, but I honestly can't see anything. Let's do it. Until this is all tight. Oh, this is so nice. So, on our last little trip over Christmas time, we decided to give the Hilux a bit of a run down south. I wanted to see how it went, so we headed out to Esperance, made our way up to Albany, and then obviously back. But while we were down there, T decided to get me a mean little gift, which is the old Tough Towel. I don't know why no one thought of this sooner, but these things are absolutely insane. Whack that on, obviously just gone for a nice little fresh swim. Pants are still a bit wet, so chuck that on just to save my seats. Yeah, mince that. Cheers, T. Bloody ripper. Alright, so yeah, fresh swim's done. We'll finish the Lane Pool Reserve. There was a lot of kids, so I don't really want to be hanging around filming. It doesn't really look right in one way or another. So I will continue. Now, I've done it backwards this trip. Obviously, it's online booking for a lot of different campsites. So what we'll do is we'll head, what would it be? We'll head inland east, and we'll follow this track all the way around until find a decent enough spot. I wouldn't mind going somewhere where there's kind of like a picnic table. I've broken my Darchie table, so that's just sitting at home now. I need to get rid of that. So a picnic table will be a lot easier, and then we just set up around that. But I wouldn't mind doing a bit of a fish, freshwater fish. It'll just be a catch and release. I'm not really too fond of cleaning it up and then cooking it. So yeah, we'll head off, we'll find a spot. Sorry, got sidetracked. Yeah, online bookings. So there are a lot of spots all the way along heading out towards the treetop. There's a treetop adventure out here as well. So you follow this way all the way around. Now, it's all online booking. You pick your little spot that you want to go to. There are certain things. I'll throw a picture up that will say, like, look, there's fishing here, there's this, there's that. So yeah, wouldn't mind a spot near fishing. I'm very based around my car, so obviously I don't want to be walking all the way down somewhere, have a swim, have a fish, and then walk all the way up and then be sweating by the time I get it back up there. So, or I'll just go back to the OG spot where I first filmed might end up doing that. I know there's a picnic table there and it's quite a nice spot. I just hope that the weather starts cooling down. What's the time now? It's 2 o'clock, so it will start getting a little bit colder, roughly around 5:30. So yeah, we'll head off, we'll go find a spot and then go from there. Definitely like these little ideas, besides people leaving their rubbish, but hang your pots, cook a feed with tin foil down if you're a little bit more hygienic, or just cook straight off that. I would highly suggest burning all that rust off first and giving it a good clean and oil up. And yeah, nice little cook around the fire. Picnic table as well. Quite a nice open area if you were to bring a tent. Obviously everything's in the Hilux, but yeah, not bad if you were to set up a little swag or something there, and then a mean little walkway down here to the water. So kayaking, swimming, walking track. Yeah, they've done well here. Not a bad little spot if you're out here by yourself. Look at that. Well, it's definitely a nice little spot to bring the family, that's for sure. Very, very relaxing and quiet too, which is quite nice. But I'm definitely getting pretty hungry, so what I might do is head off to our camp spot that we might end up going. You know what, I'm definitely thinking we're going to go to the OG spot. We'll go back there, see, hopefully no one's there, we'll see how that goes, but I've got to head back north, head over Bob's Crossing, and then head kind of southeast ways, and then yeah, we'll pull up there. Might have to race off to the Rangers little thing and pay for a campsite if the area is required one. It's been a good year or two since I've been out there, so I'll have to go have a look. But yeah, we'll head up so I can get feed into me at least. Well, that's a little disappointing. They've cleared everything. I'd probably understand why. I think the trees were getting a bit dodgy, but this used to be my favourite little spot. That is where I was last time. All the trees are gone. Got long drops in there. Obviously planting more trees. That'll be quite a nice area. Don't get me wrong, that's going to be quite a nice area probably in 2 or 3 years' time when the trees all growing back. But yeah, definitely taken away that the what it used to be. My spigot bearing on my clutch is making so much noise. It's really starting to annoy me. I hope it's not coming through the camera because it will ruin a lot of footage. But yeah. See, look, there's nice spots down there, but kind of need to have to park up and leave your vehicles there. I suppose it's good for camping, for the tents and for the swags and whatnot, but not when you're sleeping on the back of your truck or your ute in your caravan. Oh well. I've had a little thought. They got the treetop adventures over there. Now I'm hoping they've probably got a cafe. I might go get I feel like a toasty. I didn't bring a toaster or anything. So I'm gonna go check that out. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go find another camp spot, park up, and that will do me for the rest of it. But yeah, look at that. Assuming from all the orange tape around, all of that's taped off too, so you can't even go camp down there. Bummer. be a bad little spot to bring kids, or even a date, who knows. Not bad at all. All the way up top there as well. I don't know, is that a flying fox? Maybe? Oh, it's a pretty decent place. Different. Definitely different, but I know as a kid I would have loved this place, but I just bought burger rings and a ginger beer for like 11 bucks. And looking at the board there, day of venture I think it was 2 adults and 2 kids for like 230 bucks. It's out there. I don't know how long you'd take to do the course, but yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. Not a bad little place for a few different adventures around the joint, that's for sure. I'm very hungry. I really should have made something. They had nothing else there. Well, that's a treetop. I'm not one to go and do that by myself, and the prices were pretty up there. So what I'm thinking, since the campsite's now destroyed, I'll head back in, what would it be, east, and we'll go check out the next advanced booking spot. Apparently there's a bit of fish there. Look, it hasn't rained for a while. I don't think there'll be much in there, but we'll go check that out. It is only 2:30, so we've still got a while to go, and then, I don't know, come back, find a place to camp up for the night, and I've got beef short ribs that I need to cook. I'm going to try that, slow cook them in the cob grill, so we'll see how that goes. So yeah, we'll head east now and go check out the next fishing spot, I guess. There's berries all over the joint. I'm not really one to just go start eating stuff. Don't know if it's been sprayed or anything. I'm sure they'd be fine, but I just can't be bothered dealing with the outcome if they aren't. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Really nice spots around here. Nice little waterfall. Kind of like a little man-made one when it starts flooding, and just to try and slow everything down, which is pretty cool. Right under the bridge. We're good. Okay, so due to everything is destroyed on the spot that I actually wanted to stay at, I've decided that we'll head back to across Bob's Crossing, and we'll head to the spot that we first showed you guys around. I've just paid for it all then. It was pretty easy to do online. Obviously I had to go out to an open area. Otherwise you can set up a Starlink if you've got one, but there's no reception around this area. So I've headed out there, paid for that all. It only costed $30 for the one night, which is pretty good. Better put the windows up, probably won't be able to hear me very well. So yeah, we're going to head back there now. Probably only going to take a good 5 minutes. It's now 3:30. Might even go for another swim. It's still pretty warm. My Polaris unit right now is saying that it's sitting around 32 degrees, so she is still pretty warm. I'm really hungry. Bag of chips for the day is probably not good for myself. Not a very good dietary plan there at all, but you know, just gonna leave a lot more room for ribs, I suppose. Yeah, we'll head over there now. Might even go for a flick, since more than likely I'm gonna have the spot to myself. So yeah, I'll show you around when I get there. Well, that's kind of annoyed me. I thought it was filming, but clearly it wasn't. And I've already half opened up everything, so it's staying. I'm not packing it up. Anyway. Alright guys, it's finally time to cook something. Now I'm doing beef short ribs. It's about 5:30 at the moment. The sun is going down. I wouldn't mind getting in for a quick swim, but these are going to take a good hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, depending. Just depending, really. I've got some Jack Daniel's sweet and spicy barbecue sauce, so I want to give that a go over the ribs. I reckon that'll be quite nice. So a little hack I've decided to do and add. I've just finished cleaning it, so it is pretty warm, but an old cake tray. Now that kind of fits perfectly in there. I'll wrap it up with some tin foil with the ribs on it, and then a little bit later on I'll just put the potatoes around that, and then it should be pretty good to go, maybe in the last 45 minutes or so. So quickly cut this up now, get this all ready and prepped. I'll just cover it in oil, salt and pepper, give them a flip, and then pretty much get them going. Alright, so they're done. Put them to the side. Put that in there. What I'm thinking is I'll put the onion down first on the tray, and then put everything else on top, and then marinate over top of that. I reckon that will come up quite nice. Right, that part's done. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Some onions in. I'm winging this, by the way. I haven't really seen anything else done like this. Did it with some lamb shoulders at work a little while ago. Put onions down first on the barbecue just so it doesn't burn, and so the onions take most of it. Kind of caramelizes them at the same time. Oh, look at that, kind of fits. Put the tray on just so it doesn't burn. These march flies are killing me. Bloody things. Go away. And I'm getting little bites all over me just from one. Oh, that smells absolutely insane. Nothing wrong with a bit of sugar, eh? Put some JDs in there. It's Jack Daniel's anyway, it should be right, surely. Bit of sugar can't go wrong. And a set of ribs. Some tin foil. That's 1, 2, 3. That's how big these things are. Look at them. Bloody disgusting. And that big dark sucker thing that's right down in front of it, that is what's biting you. I need some trickies on ASAP. Probably the worst tinfoil wrapping job I've ever done. Couple of breather holes, and should be good to go. Leave that on there. Put that on medium. Put the potatoes away so that the animals don't end up getting into them. and we're good to go for a swim. All right, leave that for the next hour and a half. Then I'll come back, put the potatoes on, and then, yeah, should be good. Turn it down a little more. Perfect. All right, guys, I'm going for a swim. Damn, that look good. Hot. Alright, I'm going to let that cool down a little bit, clean everything up, and then I'm going to head to bed. So from now, good night, Eve. Well, good morning, guys. I had a pretty interesting night last night. There was bulk cars driving past on the main road, and then, I don't know, good 45 minutes to an hour later, there was quite a lot of cop cars coming past. So there's obviously Charlie's Flats is like a little detour road where you pull in for the camp, all the campsites right near the water here. And yeah, a couple of paddy wagons come through, so that was a little bit of entertainment last night. But hey, look, I'm bailing on cooking breakfast this morning. I'm partially packed up. I've just got my awning left to go. These March flies are really starting to get annoying for me, so I'm just going to bail. Look, thanks again for watching, and if you liked what you've seen, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.